If you find that there's an imbalance in the relationship, okay, something's off, we're arguing, we're beefing, I don't feel like he's in this masculine energy. I'm sitting here grabbing my luggage, I'm dragging it, I'm doing this, I'm doing the, why would I need you here, right? If these are any things that you've been saying, why would I need you here when I'm doing everything, okay, by myself? I don't feel protected. I don't feel covered. I don't feel safe. You know, we love to use that word safe, but I understand it because I know what that means. And I don't feel these things in your presence. And next thing you know, y'all are arguing, y'all are beefing, y'all are at each other's throats, and you're trying to figure out what in the F happened. What happened? If this is your first time to my channel, my name is Vee Mindful. I'm a published author and a relationship coach. And I talk about catching flights and feeling, but what that means is in order to get to that next level of, hey, let's travel the world, let's be together, let's do all these things together, you got to heal the blocks that are keeping you from having a healthy relationship. And that includes balancing your feminine and masculine energy. So I talk about if you want to get to know your partner, y'all take a trip with them, right? And on this trip, this one has been a challenge. I had to go into my own lessons and my own teachings, right? And that's why I have the book, Ladies Leave Your Ticket Home. I also have the course, Trust and Believe, the course. So you will see exactly how I was able to quickly shift the dynamic on this trip. A couple of days ago, we were probably in the worst place emotionally that we had been ever in our 2.5 year relationship. Now, in this relationship, we have traveled, this is our 45th vacation in 2.5 years. If you know anything about the law of attraction, you know that you attract what you are. So if you are in a space to where you're noticing that everything is just not going good in your relationship, your man isn't being the masculine being that you want him to be, that you know he can be, you have to create the space in order for him to show up masculine. Just like he has to create the space for you in order for you to show up feminine. The space has to be created. But if you wait around for somebody else to create the space, you will wait around forever. You're going to have to create that space. There is no other way around it. And when I tell you I chose, not decided, I chose to create that space. We're in Bali for 2 weeks. What was I going to do? Just sit here miserable? No. I had to do a deep dive to see how did I contribute to us being here, okay, and what can I do to get us out of this situation. And I will tell you, in less than 24 hours, I turned it around. I literally turned it around. I don't like to be in that space of if only he would do this, if only he would do that. I'm telling you right now, if that is your energy and if that is what you're consistently saying, it will not change. You will stay in the ugly place. You will stay beefing. You will stay fighting. It will not get better. I promise you it will not get better. If you keep waiting for the other person to change, your relationship will stay stagnant and will potentially just get worse. You might as well just go ahead and end the relationship. Cut the loss, cut the misery. You have to have the mindset of what can I do to make it better? And the only place you can start with is you. That's literally it. You can't start anywhere else than you. So ladies, once you start to notice that you're doing the most and you're not receiving the masculine energy, right? Because you feel like it ain't nowhere around. Like, what the hell? Am I dating a bitch? I mean, trust and believe. I've had these thoughts. Am I dating a woman? Like, is my dick bigger than his? Yes, yes. I've had those very thoughts on this trip. And I am dating a masculine man. Right? However, when I start doing everything and I'm not feeling safe and protected, my shell, just like a turtle, my shell is going to come out. Yes, it will, and it will take over. And next thing you know, we are beefing, we are arguing. Okay, so I cannot wait for him to decide to put up his big dick energy. I can't wait for him to decide to say, you know what, let me be the man so she can be the woman. Because honestly, that moment may not click for him. But because I'm armed with the knowledge, and women, if you're watching this video, you are armed with the knowledge to know that you have the control as well. We're not going to sit around here and wait for somebody else to show their energy, their masculine energy, in order for us to be feminine. You're going to have to dig so far deep into your soul. You're going to have to say, you know what, regardless of what I'm seeing, regardless of how he's behaving, I'm not going to let it change who I am. I'm not going to let it impact who I know I can be. I'm going to dig into my feminine bag of tricks. I'm going to allow myself to be in the receiving mode. It is not an easy shift to do. You have to put it on pause. Stop looking at the other person. That's the immediate thing you have to do. Stop looking at them to change. It ain't going to happen. You're going to stay miserable. Look within yourself. Look within yourself. Put yourself in the receiving mode. Start with being kind. Start with granting grace and giving a clean slate. Yes, if you dwell on everything that your partner isn't doing, I promise you that's all you're going to see. That's all you're going to continue to see. You're going to continue to see the things that they're not doing. Trust, I was there. I was there. I'm telling you, on this vacation, when we were at the most beautiful, picturesque scenery that you could ever imagine, I wanted to choke his ass out. I had not been in that energy with anybody in a very long time. I used that opportunity to do some self-reflection. I used that opportunity to look at myself and our relationship. How did I contribute to us getting to this point? What did you do to contribute to the imbalance that you have? Because you did. You contributed to the imbalance. Imbalances don't come just because one person creates it. I always say things are cyclical because they are. It's like a seesaw. When one person does this, then it goes down. And the other person does this, then it goes up. Right? We have to get to the point where we're not going up and down, up and down. We're just balanced. If you want something to improve, you have to be the change you want to see. If you are in that space to where you cannot figure out what the imbalance is, y'all, start with yourself. Start with yourself. You cannot ever go wrong when you start with yourself. And if you need a actual free communication guide, y'all, I have the link in the description below. If you want to learn how to improve your communication in your relationship. Relationships fail because of communication. Period. It's not because, oh, he was looking at another woman, blah, blah, blah. Everything starts with a disconnect, and a disconnect starts with the communication. There's a disconnect somewhere. Until next time, have a wonderful, wonderful day, y'all, and take care of yourselves.